this record came out and it blew up enormously, and you've sort of been embraced by the mainstream. Do you feel you've finally gotten the respect that you've deserved all along?
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling it. You know, it's always gonna be mixed with every artist that comes out. You know, you're gonna feel hate, you're gonna feel love, and in the areas where I feel like I need to feel it, I'm feeling it. So.
Introducing the star of our show. His name is Wacht.
What happens when a rapper transforms his struggles, triumphs, and controversies into one of the most iconic albums in hip-hop history? Welcome to the story behind the Eminem Show. Released on May 26, 2002, this album showcases Eminem at the peak of his lyrical genius, blending personal stories with sharp social commentary. In this video, we'll break down the hit singles, reveal some lesser-known facts, and dive into the incredible success of this masterpiece. By 2002, Eminem had already proven he was more than just a rapper. He was a cultural phenomenon, but with fame came controversy. The Eminem Show was released during a time when Eminem was facing intense scrutiny from critics, politicians, and even his own fans. This album was his way of addressing all of it.
Well, let's see. For the past 2 years, I put out a album. I got arrested. I got divorced. I got arrested. I got out. I got off. The concept of the album is my life on blast. Like a show. Like my life is a show.
With over 27 million copies sold worldwide, The Eminem Show became one of the best-selling albums of all time. It won the Grammy for Best Rap Album and proved that Eminem wasn't a one-hit wonder. He was here to stay. The Eminem Show was deeply personal, yet universally relatable. Tracks like Cleaning Out My Closet showed us Eminem's raw vulnerability as he unpacked his troubled relationship with his mother.
Sometimes I don't know where my private life ends and my public life begins. It all seems to blend together a lot. So that's the reason for that, the concept, for the title, and for everything, is because sometimes I feel like that.
The Eminem Show was Eminem's fourth studio album and followed the groundbreaking success of the Marshall Mathers LP. It's a mix of rap, rock influences, and introspective lyrics that give us a raw look into his life.
I had the Slim Shady LP and I had the Marshall Mathers LP, and it was kind of predictable what was coming next. But I knew that people would predict it and want it, but if I couldn't do it in the right way and didn't have a theme for it, then I couldn't, I didn't want to just call it the Eminem LP. And I was watching some interviews that I had did back last year, and I was talking about like how my life is kind of like the Jerry Springer Show, and my life is like a show and this and that, and it just hit me like, why not? The Eminem Show. I was asking Paul today, I was like, he said something about doing an interview, and I said, why do people want to talk to me? And he was like, because your life is like, you rap well, and your life is like, you say a lot of personal shit, and your music and your life is like the fucking Jerry Springer Show. So that's why I just figured out why I'm so successful. It's because my life is like the fucking Jerry Springer Show, and it really is.
Now let's talk about the singles that define the era. Kicking off with Without Me, a song that screams classic Eminem. It's a playful, infectious track where he's both self-aware and unapologetically controversial. The music video, packed with humor and pop culture references, helped catapult this single to number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. Then there's Cleaning Out My Closet, where Eminem's vulnerability takes center stage. This deeply personal track addresses his troubled relationship with his mother, showcasing his knack for turning pain into poetry, like only Eminem can do. It peaked at number 4 on the Hot 100 and remains one of his most emotionally charged songs. Next up, Sing for the Moment is an anthem of resilience and defiance, sampling Aerosmith's Dream On. This track bridges rock and rap seamlessly. Eminem reflects on his impact on youth and addresses the criticism he's faced as an artist. But there's more to the Eminem Show than just its singles. Did you know it's considered one of the first albums to have a production-heavy influence from Eminem himself? He co-produced most of the tracks alongside Dr. Dre, which added a personal touch to the entire project.
I've always produced or co-produced my shit. And that's only because I feel like a lot of times I'll write a rap first and I'll get the idea in my head of how the beat should go. It's like, I always know how I want the beat to go. So I figure who's better to do it than me? Why wouldn't I do my own shit? Why would I let somebody else just do my beat and it's done, and then come in there and rap over it. I'm like a sponge because I've over the years I've watched Dre and what he does and how he does it, and learned a lot of tricks from him. Music has to get better. The day that it's not better, I don't want to rap no more. I don't want to do music anymore. If I don't always get better with every song and with every album, then there's no point in me rapping.
Now, let's talk numbers. The Eminem Show debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 and sold over 1.3 million copies in its first full week. To date, it's certified 12 times platinum in the US alone and has sold over 27 million copies worldwide, making it one of the best-selling albums of all time. It's praised not just for its commercial success, but also for its cultural impact, tackling issues like censorship, family dynamics, and fame. Eminem's storytelling and lyrical precision have cemented The Eminem Show as a timeless classic.
Because I don't know if people actually, the average listener, I don't know if they actually see what it is or hear the patterns and syllable rhyming and stuff like that. I don't know if they really catch that. Like, I think they just listen and like appreciate it for the beat and what it's saying. But there's a certain way that it's said, that I write, that Redman writes, that Jay-Z, that Nas, they craft it down to the very last detail, and I don't know, and make it look easy.
Did you know The Eminem Show leaked online before its official release? Originally set for June 4th, 2002, the album was leaked about 2 weeks early. To fight piracy, Eminem and his label moved the release date up to May 26th. Despite the leak, the album dominated the charts and became one of the best-selling records of the year. It's a classic example of how artists had to adapt to the rise of digital file sharing in the early 2000s.
To my fans who supported me over the years and bought my records and the first ones to buy this record, I thank you so fucking much for getting it off the internet first and dubbing copies for all your fucking friends. I gotta thank everybody for buying my records and supporting me like over the years, and everybody who fucking made me as big as I am, made my as big as it is, and made my head swell up to the size of I have to walk through doors sideways now. Like, I gotta thank everybody, my whole fan base is they're the shit, bro.
When it comes to connecting with his fans, Eminem is in a league of his own. His journey from the streets of Detroit to global superstardom is fueled by one thing: his deep love and respect for the people who made it all possible, his fans. At his concerts, the energy is electric. Eminem gives his all on stage, pouring his heart into every lyric. It's a testament to the bond he shares with his audience, a bond built on honesty and authenticity. For Eminem, it's never just about the fame or fortune. It's about giving back to the people who believed in him when no one else did. That's why Eminem isn't just a rap icon. He's a symbol of hope and resilience for millions around the world.
Yeah, I definitely think my fans take a lot more shit than anybody else's fans. Cause like, sticking up for me is probably like a 24/7 job. That's how I know my true fans. Is anybody who has been with me since I came out and followed me all the way to this record and bought it and have followed my life and seen the things that I've went through, because most of the shit that I've went through is no different or no much more out of the ordinary than anybody else's life. It's just that I sell records and I'm a public figure, so my life has been public because people go through the shit that I go through every day. I guess that's my gift, is I'm able to take the bad and turn it into something good, if that's what you want to call it. I'm able to take my situations and make art out of it, which is the difference between me and a lot of people.
Is it weird for you to be out with a record that's not, no one's like freaking out or protesting you? It's just sort of like, we love Eminem?
Yeah, that's a little weird.